So we're here, it's Tuesday, the first Tuesday of April 1st. We had 21 counties that we're bidding on today. So that's all we do, so it's a formula.
The key to foreclosures is...
On the last video, a lot of people wanted to know how do I figure out my max bid. I'm going to go through that in a second as well. We were going to bid 200 and some thousand on this property and went for 36,000. We are 45 minutes into bidding, and there were two properties we definitely would have bid on and won probably, but we're bidding online and the system was glitching, so we lost two properties just because it wouldn't take our bids. So I don't know what's going on today. Yeah, that's where we're at now. There's still a lot more properties to bid on, so hopefully it doesn't keep glitching, because we might not be able to buy anything if it's glitching.
Henry, it's 537 Goldfinch Way. Yeah, we just won.
Something real fast?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we won Crane for 200K.
How's that possible?
I don't know. We'll find out this week, but supposedly we own it. I mean, we just sold it for 304 like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
Okay. All right. So we just bought our first one today. We actually probably should have bought three others, but the damn thing glitched. So Crane is crazy. So this is a property that we actually bought pre-foreclosure last year. We rehabbed it, we put it on the market, and we sold it for $304,000 like 2 months ago. I don't understand how it's on the auction, but whatever. It doesn't make much sense because the person just bought it a couple months ago, but it went for 200. We bought it for 200,000. It's fully rehabbed. I know exactly what it looks like. So if we really won that one, it'll go for 300 again, or pretty damn close. So that'll be amazing. But something's very strange. I'll figure that one out and let everybody know what the story is. So we just bought our second house for today, and it really doesn't make any sense. So I need to go out there and see what's going on. Why doesn't it make sense? Because it just went for way too cheap. We were going to bid 200 and some thousand on this property, and it went for 36,000. We bought this property for 36,000. So it's a 2-acre lot with a 2,300 plus square foot home on it, built in 1977. Look at this on Zillow. Here, look at the pictures of this house. This is the pictures on Zillow. It shows estimated value $420,000. I don't think it's worth that much, but it's not like super far off. So the pictures on Zillow, these are pictures that our inspectors went and took pictures of. It matches perfectly. I went for $36,000. So if you look, the next door, it's a 2-acre lot. The next door neighbor's homes, and you could look right here. The next door neighbors' homes are all 400, 390. I mean, so it doesn't make any sense. And this is 2 acres right here. Again, we're going to go check it out later this week in person and figure out what's going on. The other property we bought, the first property we bought, doesn't make any sense either. I will update everybody on what's going on with those two because they're both super strange. The thing that really sucks is there were 3 other properties that we were bidding on that we had a lot more room to bid, a lot higher. And the damn thing glitched out. And we ended up not getting them because they ended and we couldn't put our bids in. Every time we put our bids in, it said it wouldn't accept it. So we probably would have got at least a couple of those 2 out of the 3, at least 1 or 2, because I don't know how high the other person would have bid, but there was a lot of room to keep bidding. You will find out soon because we'll let you know before the video ends. All right, so we are 2 hours in. It's 12 o'clock. We still have some auctions to go. We've won 2 so far. This is everything that we were looking to bid on at the start of the day. 21 counties. Only 19 actually had properties that went through. We have some more left to go. We've bought Crane. This one is still going. That's our max bid. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just won this one for 36K. Crazy. We would have paid 210. 5, 6, 7. So there's still 7 more potential ones to bid on. We'll see what happens. Nitin over here is the one that put all this together, so he can explain kind of how he does it. And then on the last video, a lot of people want to know how do I figure out my max bid and what I want to bid and how I even look at these properties. So I'm going to go through that in a second as well.
So basically, we have the 21 counties, which are the counties that we buy in, meaning if we get property sent to us and it's within those 21 counties, we're willing to buy it. We go to the auction website, which is auction.com. We take every single property that could potentially go to auction. And notice I said potentially go to auction. Just because it's on auction.com doesn't mean that the day of the auction it's actually going to go. In fact, not even 10, 15, 20% of the properties that we go to actually ever end up going to auction. So the key to foreclosures is being way over prepared. So for example, with this auction run, there was something like 248 homes that are within these counties that were supposed to go to auction. We sent someone to every single one of these homes. We got pictures of every single one of these homes, and then we underwrote every single one of these homes and we put them on these spreadsheets. Now, I make sure that everything is organized, all of our numbers are there, and then I make it into this really nice, easy to comprehend and understand spreadsheet that has all the ones that are still going to go to auction today. So you go to auction.com and you're like, all right, so what's actually scheduled to go to auction? I put it into this comprehensive spreadsheet, alphabetical order, so that it's easy for me to find. And then during the auctions, we have 21 tabs open. Right now it's a lot less than that just because most of these got bid on today. But we have 21 tabs open and we're clicking through to see which properties are currently up for auction. We go and refer to our sheet that we did all of the work for already. We see what's our max bid, what did we have ARV at, what did the condition that our inspector said it was currently in, what did the pictures look like, and then we bid accordingly. And we do that for every single home that goes up to auction today. The key for these foreclosures, for anyone that's ever interested in doing it, is a lot of prep work. It's a couple of weeks, right? A week and a half at least worth of going to every single home, taking pictures, underwriting every single property, looking at the condition, making sure that your condition and rehab numbers are correct, and so that in the day of auction, you're ready to pull the trigger when it makes sense. And that's pretty much everything behind it.
So I had a lot of questions of how do I figure out what I'm going to bid on these auctions and how do I know what they're worth. So I send someone, and we have multiple people that go door knock all these properties, and then we try to actually buy them before they come to auction from the sellers. But the purpose of doing that is so we could see up close all these properties and figure out what condition they're in. We have a checklist for everyone that goes in door knocks, and they write down the condition of the property, they write down the neighborhood, how good of a neighborhood it is, and from there we figure out what it's worth. So we'll then go ahead and comp the properties. Actually, that's what Nitin does. Comps the properties. We figure out what it's worth if it's in good shape. And then based on the condition of what they tell us, we deduct a certain amount of dollars per square foot. Now we're always on the safe side because we really don't see what the inside looks like a lot of times. Whatever we normally would probably deduct, if we saw it, we always deduct a little bit more. And then when we actually start bidding on the properties, if I think we're really close and we need to go up a little bit more, sometimes I have a little bit of room to gamble and go up a little bit more because the prices that I want to pay are probably on the very, very low side because, again, we haven't seen the inside, so we're always assuming the worst. And most of the time, it's not the worst, especially if the outside looks decent. Usually the inside looks decent. If the outside looks really bad, we know the inside probably looks really bad. But that's all we do. So it's a formula. We have a spreadsheet for it, and we put all the properties on there, and it spits out what we should pay based on what condition the outside is in. And sometimes we can see the inside, because sometimes we go inside, we talk to the people, we try to help them out, try to buy their property, and when we do that, we can see the inside. So that gives us a lot of information, and that actually gives us a big advantage over all the competitors, because most of the competitors don't go inside. You're technically not supposed to go inside, but if you're door knocking trying to help the person out and they want to talk to you, then and they invite you inside, there you go. Now you're allowed to. And then we put the max price we want to pay, and that's what we bid. And then again, if I think that we're on the low side and there's a little bit of room, we'll always go up a little bit more. Now, if I haven't bought anything yet for the day, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive because I always want to buy stuff. So if I bought a lot of things and I got good deals, then I'm not going to be as aggressive on them. $12.34 right now, and we just won the third auction of the day. So we won this one right here. Our max bid was $100,000. We just won it for $58,625. It seems like we win a lot more auctions toward the end of the day because I guess people don't hang around, they leave. This one's in Fulton County. It's in the inner city. But it's a pretty good area for the inner city. Lots with no homes in this area go for over $70,000. So with the house, and the notes that we have is that it's occupied, so it's livable to some degree. I don't know if it's horrible inside or not, or if it's okay, but 58,000. So that's the third one we bought today. And again, we still have more to go. So we will we'll see. So if we could get another one, potentially we might get even 4 today. And what's crazy is there's 3 that we should have got probably that we couldn't bid on, and it glitched. But luckily, the glitching's over, and we got 3 since that glitching. All right, so let's talk about this one property I bought at the last auction on Crane Road in Lawrenceville. This property I sold for $304,000 about a little bit over 2 months ago, and it was totally rehabbed. It was really, really nice. I sold it to this company, this family. They were kind of a little bit of a pain. They went back and forth on what they were going to pay and made me give them extra allowances after we agreed and everything. So I wasn't super thrilled with them anyway, but I saw this property that I just sold go through the auction, which made no sense. Of course, I knew I just sold for $304, so I was going to bid probably up to the mid 200s or close. I ended up winning it for $200,000. So what I found out happened was the person that I bought it from last year had a mortgage, and when I bought it, the closing attorney paid it off, but they didn't put an extra day or 2 of per diem on there that was owed, because I guess they got it a day or 2 after the payoff date. So the mortgage company sent it back to the closing attorney, and the closing attorney didn't realize it, and it never got paid off, and the lien never got released. So that mortgage company foreclosed, and I bought it, and now I own it, and I'm now going to go back to the person I sold it to and tell them that they actually I already did. I already went to them and I told them that I own the property and that they need to leave or buy back from me. And I'm not worried about it because they have title insurance, and the title insurance is going to pay what they need to pay. So I'm going to end up getting another $304,000 from it, because that's what the title insurance covered. So they're going to end up staying in the house. They're going to be fine, but the title insurance is going to end up paying me $304,000, and I just paid $200, so I'm going to make $104,000 off it. If the title insurance company does not pay me, then I will kick them out, but they have to pay because that's why they bought the title insurance. So that's the story with that one. It was super strange. It's a couple weeks later now, so I figured it all out, and we're in good shape on that one. So a couple days after the auction, I went to that Fayetteville house that I bought for $36,000 that was worth probably $400,000 or so, and I wanted to see if it really made sense or what the problem was. Well, if you guys want to see what it looked like and want to know everything about the property, come back and watch the video in 2 weeks, because I'm gonna post all about it. This is a $300,000 house when it's fixed up. Like, I don't know why nobody bid on it. It doesn't make any sense.
I swear I stepped on a rat.